Okay. Hidden Right by Charles Bukowski, Chapter 39. One Sunday, Jimmy talked me into going to the beach with him. He wanted to go swimming. I didn't want to be seen wearing swimming trunks because my back was covered with balls and scars. Outside of that, I had a good body, but nobody would notice that. I had a good chest and great legs, but nobody would see that. There was nothing to do and I didn't have any more and the guys didn't play in the streets on Sunday. I decided that beach belonged to everybody. I had arrived. My scars and boils went against the lawn. So we got on our bikes and started out. It was 15 miles. That didn't bother me. I had the legs. I raced with Jimmy all the way to Culver City and I gradually began to pedal faster. Jimmy pumped trying to keep up. I could see him getting winded. I pulled out a cigarette and lit it. Held the pack to him. Want one, Jim? No thanks. This big shooting beers with a BB gun. I told him we ought to do this more often. I began pumping harder. I still had plenty of reserve strength. This really gets it. I told him this big's walking off. Hey, slow up a little. I looked back at him. There is nothing like a good friend to go biking with. Come on, friend. Then I gave it all I had and pulled it away. The wind was blowing in my face. It felt good. Hey, wait, God damn it, yelled Jimmy. I started laughing and really opened up. Sonjin was half a block back. A block. 2 blocks. Nobody knew. Nobody knew how good I was. Nobody knew what I could do. It was some kind of miracle. The sun tossed yellow everywhere, and I cut through it. A crazy knife on wheels. And my father was a beggar in the streets of India, but all the women in the world loved me. I was traveling at full speed as I reached the signal. I shot through inside the row of waiting cars. Now even the cars were back there behind me, but not for long. A guy and his girl in a green coupe pulled up and drove alongside me. Hey kid, yeah? I looked at him. He was a big guy in his 20s with hairy arms and a tattoo. And where the fuck do you think you're going? He asked me. He was trying to show off in front of his girl. She was a looker, and her long blonde hair blowing in the wind. Up yours, buddy, I told him. What? I said, up yours. I gave him the finger. He kept driving along beside me. You wanna take shit off that kid, Nick? I heard his girl asking. He kept driving along beside me. Hey kid, he said. I didn't quite hear what you said. Would you mind saying that again? Yeah, say that again, said the looker, her long blonde hair blowing in the wind. Uh, what pissed me? She pissed me. I looked at him. All right, you want trouble? Parrot, I'm in trouble. He zoomed ahead of me about half a block. Parker uh, s- sound the door open. As he got out, I saw white around him almost into the path of a Chevy who gave me the horn. As I swung around into the side street, I could hear the big guy laughing. After the guy was gone, I wheeled back onto Washington Boulevard. Went a few blocks and got off the bike and waited for him on a bus stop bench. I could see him coming along. When he pulled up, I pretended that I was asleep. Come on, Han, don't give me that shit. Oh, hello, Jean. You here? I tried to get him to pick a spot on the bench where there weren't too many people. I felt normal standing there there I made shit, but I wasn't interested. I was exposed. I hated the other brothers for the unmarried bodies. I hated all the godnamed people who were something, something, or in the water, or eating or sleeping, or talking or throwing beach balls. I hated their behinds, and their face, and their elbows, and their hair, and their eyes, and their belly buttons, and their body swigs. I stretched out on the sand and thinking I should have punched that fat son of a bitch. What the hell did he know? Jim stretched out beside me. What the hell, he said. Let's go swimming. Not yet, I said. The water was full of people. What was the fascination of the beach? Why did people like the beach? Didn't they have anything better to do? What chicken brain fuckers they were. Just think, said Jim. Women going into the water and they piss in there. Yeah, and just swallow me, swallow it. There will never be a way for me to live comfortably with people. Maybe I'd become a monk. I'd pretend to believe in God and live in a cubicle, play, and play an organ and stay drunk on wine. Nobody will fuck with me. I could go into a cell for months of medication where I would have to look at anybody and they could just send in the wind. The trouble was the black robes and were poor wool. They were worse than RRTC uniforms. I couldn't wear them. I'd have to think of something else. Oh, said Jim. What is it? There are some girls down there looking at us. So what? They're talking and laughing. They might come down here. Here. Yeah, yeah. And if they start coming over, I warn you, when they do turn off on your back. My chest had only a few boils and scars. Don't forget, said Jim, when I warned you, turn over on your back. I heard you. I had my head down in my arms. I knew and that Jim was looking at the girls and smiling. He got away with them. Simple conks, he said. They're really stupid. Why did they come here? I I thought and why this always only a matter of choosing between something bad and something worse? Oh, Han, here they come. I looked up. There were five of them. I rolled over on my back. They walked up, giggling, and stood there. One of them said, these guys are cute. You girls live around here? Jim asked. Oh yeah, one of them said. We nest with the seagulls. They giggled. Well, said Jim, we're eagles. I'm not sure we'd know what to do with five seagulls. How do birds do it anyhow? One of them asked. Damn it, if I know, Jim said. Maybe we can find out. Why don't you guys come over to Overblank? One of them asked. Sure, Jim said. Three of the girls had spoken. The other two had to just stood there pulling their bathing suits down over what they didn't want seen. Call me out, I said. What's wrong with your friend? Asked one of the girls who had been covering her ass. He said, he's strange. What's wrong, him? What's wrong with him? Asked the last girl. He's just strange, said Jim. Uh, he got up and walked off with the girls. I closed my eyes and listened to the waves. Thousands of the little fish out there eating each other endless mode of actual swallowing and sweating. The world air was nothing but mouth and actual swallowing and sweating and fucking. I rolled over and watched Jim with the five girls. He was standing up, sticking his chest out and showing off his balls. He didn't have my barrel chest and big legs. He was slim and neat. with that black hair and and a little dusty mouth with perfect teeth, and his little round ears and his long neck. I didn't have a neck, no much of one. Anyway, my head seemed to sit on my shoulders, but but I was strong and mean, not good enough. The ladies like dandies, if it wasn't for the boils and scars, though. I'd be down there now, showing them a think or two. I'd flash my balls for them, bringing their dead, I headed man's to attention me with my 50 cents a week life. Then then I saw the girls leap up and following into the water. I heard them giggling and screaming like meanles. What? No, they were nice. They weren't like grown-ups and parents. They loved the things were funny. They weren't afraid to care. There was no sense to life, to the structure of things. The age Lauren had now, that you need love, but not the kind of love most people used and were used up by. All the age had now something. His body, Huxley, was a just intellectual fidget, but but what a marvelous one, better than Jive Shaw with that hard kill of a mind, always scraping bottom, slavery with finally only task a burden on himself, preventing him from really feeling anything. Experience speaks finally aboard the mind and the sensibilities. It was good to read them, although it made you realize that thoughts and words could be fascinating, I finally useless. Jim was splashing water on the girls. He was the water god, and they loved him. He was the possibility and the promise. He was great. He knew how to do it. I had read many books, but he had read a book that I had never read. He was an artist with his little pair of budding trunks and his bars and his wicked little look and his round ears. He was the best. I couldn't challenge him any more than I could have challenged that big son of a bitch in the green cup with a looker wall and whose hair flowed in the wind. They both have got what they deserve. I was just a 50-cent torque floating around in the green ocean of life. I watched them come out of the water, glistening, smooth skinned, and young on the feet. I wanted to want to, but never outbid. Yet, despite their smooth, untouched bodies and means, they still were missing something because they were as yet basically honest. When adversity finally arrived, and their lips it might come too late or too hard. I was ready, maybe. I watched the yin toweling off, using of their toes as I watched somebody's chilling. A boy of about for come along, picked up a handful of sand and threw in my face. Then I just stood there, glowering, his sandy stupid little mouth bunkered in some kind of victory. He was staring, darling. Little shit. I waved my finger for him to come closer. Come on, come. He stood there. Little boy, I said, come here. I have a bag of candy covered shit to you eat to it. The fucker looked turned and ran off. He had stopped us. Two little pear-shaped badcats falling, almost disjointed. But another enemy came. The Jin, the lady killer, was back. He stood there over me, glowering also. They're gone, he said. I looked down to where the five girls and he had been, and sure enough, they were gone. Where did they go? I asked. Who gives a fuck? I I've got the phone numbers of the two best ones. Best ones for that? For fucking you jerk. I stopped. I think I'll deck you, jerk. His face looked got good in the sea wind. I could already see him knock it down.